Hey guys, welcome back. This week we're going to do something a little bit special for you. If you know anything about me, you know that I love traveling, and one of the things that I found throughout my travels is the love of fish, and particularly tuna. It's one of my favorite foods to eat when I go to certain restaurants, and depending on the country you're in, it's one of the freshest fish that you can get. So today we're gonna do a very simple tuna dish for you, and we're gonna throw some vegetables on the side. Hope it comes out good. Can't wait for you guys to try it. All right, guys. So the first thing you're gonna do is get some tuna. Now I'm using fresh tuna, but if you don't have fresh tuna available, you can use frozen. You just want to make sure you let it thaw out properly in your refrigerator for about 6 to 7 hours prior to using it, preferably even overnight. Then you're going to add some lemon juice on top of that, and make sure you put a good amount of juice in there. And then we're going to mix it around and stir it up. We're also going to add in just a little bit of wine, and we're going to mix those flavors together. We want to make sure both of those flavors get deep into the meat, soak it in, and it's going to give us a great taste when this is all done. Once we've got that nice and mixed in, we're going to cover it up and put it inside the refrigerator, and we're going to let that sit for about an hour. Again, we want to make sure that flavor gets deep inside the meat. Depending on how much fish you're using, you may need to add a little bit more lemon juice and wine just to make sure that you get enough coverage for everything. All right, so after that, we're going to take it out of the refrigerator, put it on a cooling rack, get a good coat of salt, and then we're going to put it back in the refrigerator for several hours. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to chop up some zucchini, some carrot, and some potatoes. You're going to put them in the bowl, and then we're just going to give it a light bit of oil, and we're just going to toss that through the oil. We want to make sure everything gets a good coat. Then we're going to add some salt. And some pepper. And we're going to just, again, mix that all up. You can add a little bit more pepper depending on how much you're using. Add a little bit more salt. A little bit more pepper. We want to make sure everything's got some seasoning, and we're going to get that ready to be cooked. We're also going to add in a little bit of garlic powder for that extra flavor, and again, mix that all in, and then move on to the next step. Okay, so once you got everything mixed in, we're going to get a pan and get it on the oven. We want to get that nice and hot. Put a little bit of oil on it. And we want to kind of spread that oil around. Let that kind of coat the pan a little bit. Then we're going to take some onions, chopped up onions. And we're going to add those right onto the pan. We want those to start cooking. All right, so once your onions have started to brown up a little bit, we're going to take some of that vegetable mixture, and we're just going to put it right onto the grill like this. Now, I'm using a skillet. You can do a pot, you can do a pan. This works best for me because I can control the temperature throughout the whole thing, but you can use whatever you want. So the way I have this set up is this side is my hot zone because it's directly on the burner. This side is a little bit cooler. So as stuff starts to get done, I can move it and transfer the sides so stuff doesn't burn while I'm cooking. Okay, so one of the things that I like to do as my vegetables are cooking is just add just a little bit of wine and let that flavor reduce. Alright, so while your vegetables are cooking, we're going to go ahead and make a sauce for the tuna. So we're going to mix in some rice vinegar, some soy sauce. I'm using low sodium, but you can use whatever kind you want. And a teaspoon of honey. And we're going to mix that in until the honey starts to dissolve and blend in. Alright, once your honey has started to melt and everything is blended in, we're going to do a spoonful of minced garlic, and then we're also going to add some sesame oil. Add a knuckle of freshly ground ginger, and we're just going to stir that up until that ginger starts to dissolve. Alright, so once your vegetables are done, you can go ahead and sit those into a serving dish on the side. We're going to cover them up because we're coming back to these in a very few minutes to get ready to plate them. Alright, so our tuna steaks have been dry brining, marinating for, at this point, about 7 hours. So now they are ready to go in the grill. Now once we got our steaks dry, since we already put the salt on them, we're just going to go ahead and add pepper. Get a good amount of pepper, because again, some of this is going to come off once it goes on the grill. So we want to make sure we get a good layer. Then we're also going to do a little bit of garlic powder. Just a tiny bit, because we want the flavor of the tuna to shine through here. Rub that around, and then we're going to repeat on the other side. Now that we got our vegetables done, we're going to go ahead and get the steaks ready. The first thing you want to do if you're cooking outdoors is get your grill nice and hot. So this grill has been warming up for about 15-20 minutes. So it's piping hot, and we're gonna lay down our steaks right on top of that grill. Now I like to put down a layer of foil on the top when I'm cooking fish, just because the fish has a tendency to stick to the grill and I don't want it to break apart. If you want your fish to be done all the way through, you can cook it for a little bit longer, but no more than about 3 to 4 minutes on each side. All right, so once you do your first flip, you're gonna take that sauce that we made and you're just gonna brush it on each piece. You wanna let that flavor cook in. And it's gonna give it that nice smokiness along with the sauce, and it's gonna add really good flavor. All right, guys, so our dish is ready. It smells really good. It looks really good. Let's see if it tastes as good as it looks. Let's dig in. Let's eat.
What you want to try first?
I'm gonna start with the tuna.
All right. Oh, yeah.
That tuna is amazing. That flavor really comes through.
It's really good.
From the grill. You can taste the the little hint of citrus that's in it from the lemon that it sat in from the marinade. You also taste the fresh garlic, the parsley. It all ties in together and it gives it that nice smoky, rich flavor. It's really, really good.
It's my first time tasting tuna, and it's really good. I really can't compare it to like another fish, but it
gives you the fattiness, kind of like salmon, but it's got a different taste, and it's a lot different than the tuna that you get from the can. This is
absolutely. I'm not a fan of
tuna from the store.
Canned tuna.
Yeah,
but
no, it's completely
I would
different.
eat all day for sure.
Let's try the vegetables.
I can't stop eating tuna. Okay.
Vegetables are perfectly seasoned. They have just a little hint of the garlic. You taste everything kind of blends together. It works really well. Cooking them on that griddle gives them a little bit of a crispy crunch to it, which just adds to the flavor.
Perfect. I can't even talk. It's perfect. It's really good.
That's about as good of a description as you're gonna get, because this dish is amazing. It's very easy to make. It takes you from start to finish maybe about 15-20 minutes. The longest thing is prepping the tuna ahead of time, but if you don't have time to prep it ahead, you can just do it straight from the grill. If you don't have time to marinate and dry brine overnight, or for almost 8 hours like I did, you can do it for minimum of about an hour. You want to let the marinade sit for about 15-20 minutes, and then you dry brine it in that salt for about 45 minutes to an hour, and you'll still get a very similar flavor.
Diet friendly.
Absolutely. You can eat this, and it's also budget friendly too.
Oh yeah.
So it's very healthy, very wallet conscious. Your whole family's gonna love it.
Stop eating. I look so fat on camera.
we enjoy it. That's all right. That's how you know it's good. All right, guys. So as you see, we love it. We want to hear what you think. Let us know down in the comments. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, hit that button below, and we'll see you next time. Let's eat.
Let's eat.